Welcome to Real Estate Radio with your host, Jason Stubbs. Want to share your real estate story? Call now at 512-640-9610. And now, here's Jason Stubbs.
We're back. It's Sunday. This is Real Estate Radio. I'm Jason Stubbs, your host and branch manager of NRL Mortgage and your consumer advocate for all things real estate. Appreciate you guys tuning in on KBVO and also right here on your radio dial, Talk 1370 AM. I'm joined by my partner, my co-host, my right-hand man, Sean Finnegan. What's going on, man?
Hello, hello.
And also got Daniel Griggs, owner, founder of ATX Web Design.
Doing great.
And the lovely Alicia Kelly, Realty Austin associate broker. Guys, got a great show coming up. We appreciate you guys tuning in every week. We've got a lot of good feedback. Keep that coming in. I've run into some folks recently and getting some good feedback. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to check us out on iTunes. It's really easy to subscribe. You just grab your iPhone, you click on the purple button, click on podcast, search Jason Stubbs, and Real Estate Radio will pop up. Click subscribe, and you can check out all our shows there. So, Sean, what's been going on with you, man?
Same old, man. Starting to get a little busy. You know, things, we had slow season kind of September, October, but November, things tend to start to get a little busier. And sure enough, the phones are ringing a lot more than it had been. And, you know, I think prices leveling out. Rates are kind of holding strong.
Yeah.
So I think some people that kind of were on the sidelines waiting to see and were afraid of maybe overpaying in the summer, think they're going to, you know, get a bargain, get a good deal now, and are kind of coming off the sidelines and deciding to start that home search again.
Without a doubt. ATX Web Design, we got owner-founder right here with us, Daniel Griggs. Man, welcome back to the show, man. Glad to get you on the TV piece of what we do. But
Thank you.
You've been on the radio, man, and tell us a little bit about you. I mean, I was on your podcast recently, which was just a great experience. And you know, how do we check that out?
Definitely. So the Inspired Daily Grind, you can actually go to iHeartRadio and search for Inspired Daily Grind, and you'll be able to find our podcast and everything there.
Good deal. And also, without further ado, I mean, Daniel's got a lot going on with him, but I appreciate the assistance and the success with StubbsRadio.com. So we got a brand new website. Daniel and his team have developed and designed it, and it's awesome. So go take a peek at that. But tell us a little bit about your company.
Yeah, definitely. So ATX Web Designs, of course, we're a web design digital marketing company. Our main goal is definitely just taking the business goals that our clients have and make sure that we reach them. Use different platforms from social media, website design, and other things just to make sure we reach those goals.
Without a doubt, man. And, you know, I interviewed a lot of different companies, and, I mean, you've impressed me from the start. I mean, we talked about the first meeting, and I mean, you just broke it down, and I was like, man, this guy, there's just something to you. I don't know if it's the professional football or, man, I just saw you just had a couple more matches he's a boxer. Sean, have you seen some of those pictures?
I've seen the pictures. I'm not getting the ring.
I'm not either, man. I mean, look at this guy.
I've got some weight on him, but I ain't getting the ring with him.
I'm not either. I don't think you'd go half around with both of us in there, huh? Well, no doubt. So, I mean, I brought you in, you know, I wanted to come out with, you know, a website that kind of showcased, you know, not only, you know, the radio show, the TV portion, but I mean, Sean and I were mortgage professionals. You know, we do mortgages for a living. That's how we make our money. And just kind of a go-to place to where it's informative. It was easy on the eyes, and you know, a lot of folks out there, and you know who you are, small business owner. I mean, if you got that website, it's kind of not. You just know if it's out of date.
Definitely.
You know, you need to check out to Daniel with ATX Web Designs. But you know, let's talk to that person out there, that business owner, and folks, if you're here in Central Texas and you're not preparing for that millennial, you better get ready.
Definitely.
So tell us how we can penetrate that market, that millennial market.
Yeah, definitely. So the main thing is, whether you're going towards millennials or whoever your audience is, you have to identify your target audience. That's the main thing. I read an article the other day, and it said 42% of small businesses fail because either they don't have a market or they can't effectively reach the market that they have. So that's the main thing, identifying a target audience that you're going after. If I hear, like, you know, how can reach millennials so many times?
Yeah.
So that's the way that you have to break it down. You got to understand, you know, a lot of millennials, are they married?
Yeah.
Do they have a family? You have to break down the demographic and other things like that. And that's going to really help you figure out and find your target audience.
I mean, just the buyers. I mean, you know, I've read numbers upwards of 33% of Central Texas market will be homes purchased by millennials.
Yep.
And I mean,
Help us all.
Hey, I mean, that's why we brought you know, Daniel on. I mean, he's got to help us get there. I mean, these folks want information delivered to them in a way that we're not used to.
Definitely.
I mean, I'm 39 years old. Not really. We're a little bit older than that. But yeah, I mean, I've got to be able to deliver them information, informative information in a way that they're comfortable. I don't want to change anybody's mind. I don't want to force feed them, the strategies and in the way that I've been doing things. I mean, if they've gotten to a point that, they need information delivered in a certain way, that's what you're for.
You got to give it to them the way that they need it.
Absolutely. Definitely. Absolutely. Well, guys, we got to cut it right there. We come back. We'll have more with Alicia Kelly, broker associate with Realty Austin. We'll be talking first-time home buyers. We'll be talking that second home. So if you're at that point to where you're busting out the seams, your garage is full, 2-car garage, you can't fit another bag or box in there, we'll be talking how you can get out of there. Also, Sean, we got coming up, man, we got a little bit of mortgage stuff, a little bit of down payment assistance programs. It's what millennials want. It's what a lot of people out there want. Little down, zero down. Stick around. We'll be right back.
I'm Tiffany Stillwell, and I'm the Director of Business Development. Patton Law Firm is an attorney-owned boutique title company. We are proudly Texas-owned, and we provide services across Texas. Our caring and experienced escrow team will customize each closing. Our business development team is certified facilitators for the #1 real estate coaching company in the world, Buffini & Company.
Hi, I'm Alicia Stubbs. Welcome to the Westlake office of Patton Law Firm, closing offices for Texas American Title. This location is located off Capital of Texas Highway and Westlake Drive in our Davenport Village. We have a fully staffed escrow team with 2 beautiful closing rooms. Another location is our original corporate office, located by the Arboretum off Great Hills Trail. And our newest addition office is located in Avery Ranch and Palmer Lane. Again, with a fully staffed escrow team, 3 closing conference rooms, and a training facility for our business partners.
We are Patton Law Firm, and we are raising the bar on closing services.
We're back. This is Real Estate Radio. I'm Jason Stubbs. We're here every Sunday. Appreciate you guys tuning in on KBVO and also 1370 AM. iTunes, check us out. It's real easy to do. Pull up your phone, click on the purple little thing that says podcast. You click on that. You're going to type in Jason Stubbs, Real Estate Radio will pop up. Subscribe, and you got all shows right there. Back for another Sean Finnegan, Senior Loan Officer, NRL Mortgage. Got Chris Dodd with Steve Klein Custom Builder back. If you can't figure out Steve Klein Custom Builder, it's that giant sign right behind you there. And Alicia Kelly, Broker Associate, Realty Austin. Let's get to it, man. We're gonna take this a little bit of different direction. We've got a lot of folks out there right now that don't own homes, and a big problem for them has been just not having the ability to come up with a down payment. So we're going to take you guys from 0 down payment to that second home, and we'll kind of work our way up. But I mean, Sean, let's talk about down payment assistance. I mean, it's a huge thing. I mean, millennials are out there, they're online, they're searching, they call us, and there's so many options out there. And I think, it's something that we've really spent some time figuring out. We've dug into them. I mean, where do you start? I mean, if you go online, you come to us, you're confused as hell, and then we kind of have to work with you. I mean, talk about the different programs out there.
Well, I think one of the first we'll say, though, one of the big misconceptions is a lot, especially this is popular with millennials, like we're talking about. A lot of the folks actually have money for a down payment. Yeah. They don't want to use it.
Yeah.
They don't want to. They don't want to put a down payment down if they don't have to.
We've seen that.
Yeah. So it used to be, these down payment programs were only for people that literally didn't have the money.
Right.
That's not the case anymore. I mean, you can have 3, 5, even 10%, let's say, somewhere that you could use for a down payment, but you just maybe don't want to because the cost of money is so cheap right now. With interest rates being so low, if you can borrow all the money at 4%, why would I want to, pull some money out of my 401k? Why would I want to pull some money out of my savings when I can borrow it so cheap? So that's the first misconception. You don't, even if you have money, you've thought about putting down a down payment, you don't necessarily have to.
Yeah.
The other one is there's all different, programs, and there's not one right answer for anyone, right? The original one everybody remembers VA, but obviously you've got to be a veteran. So if you're not a veteran, that actually is obviously excludes you from that program.
Veteran loan is, I mean, it's
a great program.
It's a great program.
It's a great program, and it's we're all for veterans, and it's a great program if you can use it. But obviously, not everybody has accessibility to it.
We'll throw some information. If you're a veteran out there, I just read something recently that the veterans aren't using that VA money because they don't know it's out there. So we'll throw something up on our new website. Go to stubbsradio.com. You'll click on, we'll throw something up there. It'll be easy to find, but I'll put something up there. But, other than VA loans, which we specialize in, we love them. Yeah. We love veterans. We give back. We donate. We donate our time, our money, and all that stuff. But there's a lot of folks out there that are not veterans. So other than veterans, what are some options?
So then you've got USDA. That's becoming more and more limited. That's for generally more of the rural areas. And obviously, as Austin grows, the rural areas closer to the city are not becoming rural anymore. They're becoming suburbs.
People are thinking, why are you going to the United States Department of Agriculture to get your home loan? It sounds crazy, but it's to promote urban development in rural areas.
And it's another great program, but you're looking, there's, you've got to kind of be out there. Yeah. But so if you want to be in, kind of Austin, greater Austin area, there's a bunch of different ones, and not every program is for everyone. There's some programs that rely based on what you do, whether maybe you're a fireman or a teacher or first responder of any kind, police officer, EMS. There's programs specifically for those folks. If you're in a certain county, right, there's programs that are, that work in Travis County, but not necessarily work in Williamson or Hayes County, and vice versa. Programs that work in Hayes and Williamson County. So
regional.
So it's because a lot of them are set up by the city or the county or the state.
Right.
And there's all different ones, and they're all very similar, but not everyone can qualify for each one. So basically, there's programs in Travis County, if you make a household income as much as $107,000, zero down available.
Gotcha.
There's certain parts in all the counties around, depending on, which zip code you're in or what neighborhood, that it doesn't matter what your income is. We just did one for folks, their income was like $200,000, with as little as 3% down.
Gotcha.
That's zip code based. So there's all different ones. There's no right one. It's hard to, if somebody calls and says, hey, I want down payment assistance, what do you got? Well, I ask them if they got 10 minutes because we got to get a little bit, of their story, right? We got to find out, how are you making your money? What is your job, credit score? All the programs have slightly different rates, slightly different closing costs. Some fees are a little higher than others. Some interest rates are slightly higher. They're all still really good, interest rates. So really what I need is 10 minutes of your time, kind of see the big picture, see what your credit score is, see what your income is, see what you do for a living, see where you want to buy a house, and then we can, formulate a plan from there. Because we've had folks too, we've had folks that have been looking at properties in Travis County and also Williamson County. And we'll say, okay, well, if you find a house in Travis County,
it's a different program.
This is going to be your option. Yeah. If you find a property in Williamson County, this is going to be your option. And what our job is really to kind of put you in the program that's going to put you in the best, financial situation to accomplish your goal. And kind of go from there. So there's not really one answer. All I say is we need about 10 minutes of your time. Give us a call. Like I said, the misconception that if you've got the down payment, it means you have to use that. It's not the case. Generally, what you're doing is you're pairing a regular old conventional FHA loan up with one of these down payment programs that are provided. Some are forgivable grants that you don't ever have to pay back.
Right.
Some are zero interest loans that you do pay back. Some are loans that have deferred payments that you don't pay until you sell the house and then you pay it off. There's all different programs. Like I said, there's not one exact program. What we try to do is put you in the best one for you and go from there.
Definitely. For more information, go to stubbsradio.com. We'll throw some information up there for down payment assistance programs. But we've seen a lot more of this coming.
I've done more in the last year than probably the 5 years probably.
It's crazy. One of the biggest misconceptions was people, that are right outside of that millennial age. They thought you had to put 20% down. So we've been out here for 3-4 years on this radio show saying you don't need 20% down. You don't need 20% down. Now these folks are coming to us. They're calling us. They're like, hey, how do we get a loan? We don't want to put anything down. You kind of got to think about it. If you rent for 4 years, or you've been renting for the last 4 years, if you would have bought 4 years ago, where are you equity wise? What's average appreciation in Central Texas? What's it fair to say? What 5%, 8%?
I've got 3 different people that I'm literally about to list that they purchased from me 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and 3 years ago, and some of them are saying 100%. On there, literally
100%,
20% every year.
God, 20%. We're gonna get to that when we come back.
It's a different piece. Right
absolutely,
yeah,
man. Hey, stick around. We're gonna show you how to make money in real estate with Alicia Kelly. Everybody, stick around. More to come. Be right back.
I'm Tiffany Stillwell, and I'm the Director of Business Development. Patton Law Firm is an attorney-owned boutique title company. We are proudly Texas-owned and we provide services across Texas. We are Patton Law Firm and we are raising the bar on closing services.
We are college funding specialists. Sign up for free college planning workshops offered twice a month in the Austin area. We can help you make college possible. www.collegefundingspecialisttx.com.
We're back. This is Real Estate Radio. I'm Jason Stubbs, your host and branch manager of NRL Mortgage. Appreciate you guys sticking around with us and spending a little bit of your Sunday with us. We got Sean Finnegan, Senior Loan Officer, NRL Mortgage. We got Chris Dodd, Steve Klein Custom Builder, and Alicia Kelly, Realty Austin, Associate Broker. We got one more. You guys ready?
Yes.
Well,
Let's go.
All right. Well, before last segment, we were talking about the first-time home buyer that is actually kind of sitting there, got a little equity. We might need a bigger home. We got first kid or second kid on the way. So now we're talking about that second home or that third home. So, I mean, let's talk about what you guys are doing. You got a little neighborhood.
Some of those homes.
Yeah, you got some of those homes.
Yeah. So if you're tired of the cookie cutter neighborhood and you need to spread your wings a little bit,
You want some elbow room?
yeah, some elbow room where you can't open your window and see your neighbor.
Yeah.
We have those.
That's
Nice.
what I'm talking about.
Hey, no doubt. I mean, it's funny you start talking to those folks and like, well, I want a one story, or I want room, or like, girl, you get about $650,000 you're talking about, But well, tell us about these what neighborhood?
I have a neighborhood called Greatwood, which
Okay.
is in Leander. Heavily treed, all 1 acre home sites. I have 3 completed specs on the ground right now.
Goodness.
2 are just completing just last week. So 1 story, 2,800 square feet, 4-bedroom, 3.5 baths for about $487. And then I have another one that's a 1.5 story, about 3,490 square feet for about $530.
In Leander.
Leander.
Well, Leander is, they got the schools out there.
Well, we have the brand new Tom Glenn High School, which is right outside the neighborhood.
The $500 million
Yes, it
deal.
is.
What was the number on that thing? It's crazy.
A lot.
A lot. He says a lot. I mean, what's the draw? I mean, both of you guys hop in there. What's the draw for Leander? I mean, we're hearing about Leander, a lot. I mean, people are getting out of town a little bit.
There's no other 1 acre neighborhoods in Leander.
Really?
We have it. I mean,
So if you want your elbow room, Steve Klein Custom Builder. I mean, you guys build a hell of a home. I'm a fan. I mean, it's the little things that you do on these homes that some other builders only do on their high-end homes. I mean, what are some of those things?
we do the same thing on all our homes.
Yeah.
So the same subcontractor that builds in our $300,000 price range builds all the way up to a $2 million price range. It's the same people. We use the same quality in all our homes.
You same materials.
Same
it's-
materials.
You don't shut those interior doors and they go bang. I mean, none of that stuff.
None of
I mean, you guys are doing. What struck me the most is in that smaller, that lower price point. I mean, you guys are doing vaulted ceilings and the materials stay the same.
They do.
I mean, that's the biggest difference.
It's the same custom cabinets that we put in all our homes. A $500,000-$600,000 house and our $300,000 house gets the same cabinets.
Goodness.
You can get gourmet kitchens, double ovens, wine fridges, 36-inch cooktop, pot filler, and that's in a $320,000 house.
It is. Why are people buying new?
It's becoming more and more popular. I think we talked about this on the radio a couple weeks ago. It's becoming more and more popular for investors to buy new.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I've got one guy that owns like 12, 13 houses now. He'll only buy new.
definitely.
He's like, I don't want to buy somebody else's problems.
Yes.
It's same thing. Especially if it's gonna be a long-term hold. It's gonna be a long-term hold. You pay a little bit of premium upfront right away, but over 10, 12, 14, 15 years, however long you plan on keeping that house, your, deferred maintenance costs are going to be a lot less. So pay a little bit more upfront now. And, we're talking about Leander. Leander's not really that far out there anymore.
No, right.
With the toll roads, and traffic in other parts of town, you can zip, downtown to the Domain, Lakeline area, anywhere in Leander just as quick as you can from
Right.
Dripping Springs, Lakeway.
Right off of 1431
Pflugerville.
is like loaded with. It's got a new Whole Foods out there. It's got everything. So all the shopping and everything's still out there.
Yeah, everything's going that way. Everything's going that way.
It is. It's a lot of times, folks just, when they get that first home, you've got, you kind of want that urban feel. I mean, that's why people are moving to Austin, Texas, because of the action. I'm ready to get out of the action. I mean, you pull right outside of my neighborhood, man. I mean, you better get in line. I mean, that's what I do every day. I have a call list, so it's my traffic call list. So it's a way for me to be productive in traffic. I pull up my list. I'm like, all right, and in essence, it kind of makes traffic go away for me. But even getting my little boy to school at 7:45 in my neighborhood, I'm like number 67 in line to get out of my neighborhood.
I think you need to move to
I
Georgetown,
need to
Liberty Hill,
go to
Leander.
Georgetown, Leander,
Little
Liberty Hill.
1 acre lots.
Hey,
we
you,
have 'em.
you heard that, girl. See if we can get Mama. See if we can get her out
It's
there.
going
but
that way.
I know.
It's going that way.
It definitely is. So let's talk about Steve Klein Builder, the home builder. I mean, Steve's been doing this for how long? I mean,
28 years.
And where are you guys building?
Liberty Hill, Leander, Georgetown, few neighborhoods in Georgetown and Victoria, Texas.
In Victoria, Texas. Well, that's a whole nother show.
That's a whole other
whole nother show. Yeah, but you guys want more information from any of these guys, if you're just tuning in, this is Real Estate Radio. You can go to stubbsradio.com or our text line's open. You can give us a call, shoot us a text, 512-640-9610. So Steve Klein, Custom Builder. I mean, you guys are, let's just talk about somebody that wants to kind of take that process from dirt to to keys.
I mean, it's a simple process.
Explain that process.
We've been doing for 28 years. So in 28 years, you get your processes down and you figure out what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to do it. So we just follow that process all the way through. We're pretty detailed about the things that we do. We try to do a lot of that work up front. That way that, as we're building and when we give you the price of the house, that's the price of the house. We're not going to, go, bid low and then try to change.
What do you mean doorknobs are extra?
I know. We figure all that. We do a lot of upfront work on make sure that if they want granite in all the bathrooms and what kind of flooring they want and things like that. So as you building the home, you get what you want out of it. You know exactly where you're going to stand when you're finished.
To me, it seems like, if you're going to spend, I'm not going to put you on the spot, but 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 months, however long it takes you guys to build. If you're going to spend that much time with a builder, it's got to be somebody that's accessible, that you want to work with. So, what can folks expect when they walk into a Steve Klein Custom Builder home? What can they expect as far as, who's their go-to, and then how are they informed and updated and involved in that process?
Well, there is a Steve in Steve Klein. So he's very involved in everybody. He meets all our clients.
He's quite the big personality.
We've had him on before.
Yes.
We've had him on before.
He likes to be involved. He's great at drawing.
Yeah.
You come sit down with him. He talks to you. He tries to figure out what you want to build. He draws it right there, smack right in front of you, and then we send it off to the architect. The architect does the changes so we can actually build it.
Right.
But he's very involved in that. We have a model home that has its own design center that you can see everything while you're there. So the process is pretty seamless.
Because a lot of people, I think, and Alicia, you can hop in here, but a lot of folks can't visualize what it's like to build. They're like, building a home? Like, I have absolutely no idea what the hell I'm supposed to do building a house when I've had zero experience. I don't know, what the first steps are. I think that's important. A lot of folks think if you walk into, just walk into a builder with no realtor, I'm gonna get a discount. So touch on that a little bit, and then kind of touch on how you can help work with a builder hand in hand to make sure that everybody kind of stays on track.
Definitely. I think the first place that every buyer needs to start is with me. With me.
Yeah.
But not everybody knows that.
Yeah, they don't.
These little cute clients here, they didn't know that they needed to have me to walk into the builder at the on-site with the rep, and they had no idea. And I had to kind of bring them back in and say, I'm here to help you. I'm here to guide you.
Mm-hmm.
The on-site rep, they work for the seller. They don't work for the buyer.
Right.
And I need to be able to help manage and go through the process.
Well,
with
especially
them.
you've been through this process before. You know where the hot and cold buttons are. These are
Definitely.
folks.
Well, and some builders have better reputations than
They
others.
do.
And that's another way.
I wasn't gonna go there,
Sorry.
but we have to.
There's nothing wrong with saying that.
There's some knucklehead builders
Yes,
out
there
there.
are.
There are some knucklehead builders out there that it's like the old school, car dealers. You come in there and they're like, "Let me have your keys," and they throw them on top of the building because you're not leaving without a new car. You know what mean? Like these guys, you go to their house. I mean, do it now. They're there Sunday. I mean, you walk in there. I mean, Steve Klein was telling me the other day, he's like, yeah, I was just sitting in the kitchen at the kitchen table. You open up the fridge and there's like all kinds of different, craft beers. And he's just sitting there hanging out. It's like, go take a peek. Y'all go upstairs. I'll be here if you got any questions. I mean, Klein himself sitting in his house is hanging out. I love it.
I mean, there are differences for home builders for sure.
Yeah.
And there's different ways to approach sales. I mean, people are there, they know what their movie in their head looks like.
Yeah.
It's a matter of trying to help them figure out what that actually is going to be at the end. And so, I mean, you could, do the big sales pitch and everything else on them, but it doesn't, at the end of the day, they have to be happy in their house.
Definitely.
And one of our deals is, being in business for 28 years, you got a lot of happy homeowners.
It says 27 behind you.
Oh, well, we need to update.
Well, and I
It's been another year.
think one key factor to remember, especially with working with somebody like Steve Klein, there's going to sometimes be a problem once you move into that brand new house.
Always.
Yeah.
And the ability to find Steve or find Chris if there is a problem for some reason versus calling that on-site agent in a huge tract neighborhood, because I've had friends deal with it. They're getting passed off to corporate in Colorado who's calling somebody else in, Maryland who's then getting, just to try to get, a light switch fixed.
Without a doubt.
I mean,
yeah, no doubt.
It's a big difference.
It is. Hey, guys, you're just tuning in. This is Real Estate Radio. I want to got to plug this app real quick. We've got over 1,000 people that are constantly using our app. You can shop homes. You can get interest rates. You can calculate your mortgage payments, which is really, really cool. You can contact Sean or I if you got mortgage questions. So to get that, you're going to text ATX to 31996. You're going to click Save to home screen, and you can start shopping homes, check out overnight averages for interest rates on there. You can calculate your payments, and it'll show you all kinds of cool stuff. So take a peek at that, and be sure to check out our new website, stubbsradio.com. Got lots going on there. You can check out our iTunes, our past shows, our TV shows, radio shows, all that stuff. You can also get in contact with our folks. But I want to take just a second, say, special thanks to, Patent Law Firm for making this possible, Dan Kitterling Assurance Roofing, and also ATX Web Designs, who has developed stubbsradio.com. Alicia Kelly, thank you so much. You're wonderful. You're great for the community. You're great for the business. How do we get in contact with you?
Well, multiple ways, but I think your website might be the best to start. I don't know if you're going to do that or not.
We will put you on there, stubbsradio.com.
But my phone number is 512-736-7585.
Awesome. Special thanks, Chris Dodd, my partner, my right-hand man. Man, we sat through that World Series, dude. God bless them Astros. Lavaca Street, man. I mean, they need to put our names on the back of those chairs. So, Lavaca Street, keep up the good work out there. There's your free job. But, hey, Chris, how do we get in contact with you guys?
SteveKlein.com.
SteveKlein.com. For Sean Finnegan, myself, here at Real Estate Radio, thank you guys for making this the best real estate radio show in Texas. See you next time.